Hello guys, so it is Monday, October 5th, and you are looking at your Introduction to Industrial Revolution guided notes in front of you, okay? This is page number 3 in your binder. You can stop now and write that on your table of contents if you'd like. So, today you are going to learn about the causes and the origins of the Industrial Revolution, and you will investigate inventions created during that time period as well. So again, you should be turned to the Introduction to the Industrial Revolution notes packet, and we will begin. So the Industrial Revolution, some people say it starts in the 1700s, some say 1750. For our purposes, let's just say 1750 to 1850. And it's a time of rapid industrial development when inventions made producing goods easier and cheaper. So this is your official definition of the Industrial Revolution that you need to know. And this is significant because it leads to an increased output of machine-made goods. And when there are more goods in the economy and there is a demand for goods in the economy, more people have jobs, more people are making money, more people are spending money. So all of this is great for the economy. So here's another way that you can think about industrialization. This is the process of transforming an economy from mostly agricultural to one that uses machines to increase the production of whatever it is. Maybe it's goods or maybe it's crops. Okay, so there's a lot of revolutions in agriculture and new inventions in agriculture that create a large amount of crops. They need less farmers because they have new technologies. So these farmers are moving from the farm where they used to work, and they're moving to the cities to work in this big industry or these factories where goods are made and mass produced with assembly lines and new machinery. So some causes of the Industrial Revolution. The first thing that causes the Industrial Revolution is the enclosure movement. This happens in England in the 1700s, and it's when wealthy landowners, they start buying up a lot of the farmland, and they fenced it in. So it used to be like common land that people would use to grow crops or let their animals graze there or something like that. But these landowners bought it all up and put a fence around it so nobody could get in. And this created large farms, like big farming movements. And the effect of this is that peasants can no longer live on that land anymore. And new technological inventions are making farmers less and less important for producing crops. So these farmers create this labor pool and move to the cities and go to the factories to work instead of working on the farms. So the enclosure movement actually starts the agricultural revolution. So these are new developments in agriculture, like the seed drill, crop rotation, new breeding techniques. These are all things that make growing crops much more efficient, and the crop yields go up. So a couple effects of this. Farmers need to move to the cities to become factory workers because their jobs are kind of taken over by machines. There's one machine, a John Deere's plow. It actually, and the McCormick Reaper, those are two agricultural new inventions during this time period in the US. Those things actually take one farmer to do the work of 5 farmers. So those other 4 farmers that are no longer needed move to the cities and start working in factories. The other effect is, with larger amounts of food, there is the population grows, right? Because if we've got more food, we can feed more people, and so the population skyrockets during this time period as well. So if you've got a larger population and less farmers working on the farms, we've got new factories springing up with specific people to work in them, the farmers, and there's actually a call for more goods as well to sustain this growing population. So Great Britain was the first place to industrialize, and so we should talk about why did this happen in Great Britain first. So America didn't join the Industrial Revolution until the 1800s, right? So think about this question as a historian. Why wouldn't France join the Industrial Revolution till later? We've got Great Britain first, and then America later, and then France after that. I want you to think about the unit that we've just gone over, democratic revolutions. Was France a stable democracy? Was France stable politically at that time period? Was America stable until the early 1800s? So these are things that are needed to industrialize. The first thing that you have to have is a stable government. The second thing that you have to have is natural resources. And the last thing is large populations. So a stable government will help business succeed and create a stable environment. Rich natural resources will cut down on costs. And then a large population is for that labor pool. So what do you need to industrialize? Those are the things that I kind of just told you. But when we think about natural resources, we should also think about the factors of production. And this is important. You will need to know what the factors of production are. Land is those natural resources like coal, access to a waterway, iron, these things that, that kind of fuel heavy industry. Labor is the people that work in the industry. And then capital is the money to invest in building your factory, in buying new machines, in paying your workers. So you have to have money, you have to have people, and you have to have resources. Those are the three important things to industrialize. So there are tons of new inventions during this time period in agriculture, which increased crop production. In the textile industry, led to the advent of people working in factories. Transportation developments lead industrialization, and so do developments in communication. So what you are going to do is turn to your Industrial Revolution inventions sheet. This is page number 4. The sub should have given this to you at the beginning of class. You're going to choose one invention from each industry that I have listed there to research. You can use your homework reading for some of them, but some of them you might have to look on the internet to complete the boxes below. So you have the rest of the class period to finish this, and if you don't, you need to get it done on your own time. Have a good day.